Hello, Stephanie Zima here, My Way of Life Coaching, and today I want to talk to you about the fear of being seen. So many of us online entrepreneurs are struggling with the fear of being seen. We have this comparison mode, right? I mean, on the one side, we are so excited. We are seeing all our uplines, or we're seeing our bosses, we're seeing the possibilities, the vision that has been casted to us. We see it happening. But then we're looking at ourselves and we're thinking to ourselves, how are we going to step into this position? And I tell you, I struggled with this so much, especially in the very beginning when I first started getting into this business of online entrepreneurship. I started with network marketing. And in there, I was a housewife. I was somebody that had 3 little kids. And yes, did I have a professional career before? I did. But I also was like in the nooks and crannies of my day, trying to make things happen for my business. And while they are all promoting this, and while it is possible, you are still having this other really heavy piece that is weighing on you that triggers your fear of being seen. So what do I mean by that? I mean that you are not necessarily going to hit the live button because maybe you don't have a background. Maybe you don't have situations handled with your kids. Maybe you don't have childcare. So, posting something can be tricky because when you post something that is not perfect, now what's going to happen? Maybe your friends and family is going to see something, and maybe your neighbor is going to see something. And this being seen is going to trigger a whole nother story that you might disguise as, I don't know what to post. Okay, I don't know what to post. I hear this all the time. I don't know what to post. I don't know who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing. And that is the fear of being seen at an origin. See, if you're new to me, you may not know, but I really like to pull the curtain back and talk deeper and not just give you strategies. I like talking deeper about it because I have this feeling of injustice, right? When you are being rewarded by taking the action, when you're being rewarded with attention by being out there and doing and recruiting and doing all the work, then you're seen as good, right? Then you're worth of the attention. However, I am a rebel. I like to give attention to those people that are not able to show up, that are not able to do these things. And so my content helps you identify why you are not showing up, because I still think you are worth it. I still think you are good. I still think you can do it. Okay, and you are being overlooked a lot if you don't produce the results. See, and I want to pick you up where you were beginning, where you are right now. I want to pick you up where you are, that you have that little mustard seed of belief that you can do it, that you want to do it, that you can see it happening, that you can see it possible, but somehow you are not showing up. Somehow you are not able to get there, to post on a regular basis. And what I want to tell you today is, when you find yourself in a circumstance that you don't want to share your light, right? You don't want to share your truth. You feel shame. You feel comparison. You feel less than. You feel whatever, XYZ. Drop it in the comments right now, what you are feeling in that moment. But what I want to do is I want to give you permission today to still show up as who you are right now. Not of when you are going to be, the CEO or the gold leader or the diamond leader or the whatever leader you have, director, or, there's so many different things. Show up as you are today. Own who you are today. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you're giving other people permission to do the very same thing. See, I truly believe that you are assigned to help people. You are assigned to help certain people. And you cannot help them if you're pretending to be something that you're not, if you're pretending to be more amazing than you actually are, right? And that feeling of having to pretend, that feeling of having to show up in a certain way, that feeling of not being authentic, that is coming from actually a fear of being seen as who you are right now, because you are possibly having a thought that you're not good enough, right? That's the underlying issue that so many of us have, is this thought that we are not good enough right now. That thought that we have to learn more, do more, and that mechanics, right? That mechanics of always feeling insignificant and insufficient, that comes partially from the industry, partially from putting people into chats where they're not picking them up where they are and helping them take their next step. No, it's putting people into performance-driven categories and not really realizing what is behind that, okay? And I stand really, really strongly on that. The fear of being seen is unique to every single person. It's unique. And this is why so many leaders are having a really hard time advancing their people, because they're not capable of taking a look at the individual and helping them to take their very next step and figuring out that there's a human behind the performance, right? There's always a human behind the performance. So if somebody does not perform the way how you want it, and it doesn't mean if it's in network marketing, if it's in your insurance business, if it's in your real estate business, if it is in your family, it doesn't mean if it's in logistics, if it's in any kind of salesy or leadership professional environment, there's always a human behind that performance. So if that human does not perform that way that you want them to do, you need to level up with your leadership, okay? That's one thing. But I'm talking to you that wants to take the action. So if you are afraid to be seen, if you are afraid to hide, or if you're hiding your light because you don't want other people to talk about you, or you don't want to have other people criticize you, I want you to flip that script just a little bit and say, hey, who am I giving permission to be the same? And then show up anyway. Show up before you're ready. Show up before you're ready to be that coach, that mentor, that weight loss person, that X, Y, and Z that you're wanting to be. Show up anyway and pick those people up along the way, right? Help them along the way and say, listen, I'm still working on it. I can own my smack, right? I can own where I'm at. I can own here. I'm right here, right now. I own it. This is where I'm at. This is what I can do. This is what I cannot do. And then from there, this is where I want to go. Who's with me? And you'll be surprised just how many people are probably going to do the very same thing that you are wanting to do, because they're all feeling the same. They're all feeling the same. There's so many people that are afraid to be seen. There's so many people that are afraid to post something or they're not like me. They're putting the live button on and say, here I am, no matter what, no matter if I'm ready, no matter if my voice is cracking, no matter if my my English is perfect. Who cares? It doesn't matter, because you will always have people that either like it or that don't like it. And think about it this way. I'd rather have people come and be with me that like me for who I am. Okay? And yes, is it a little bit scary to stand yourself out there alone with your opinion, with your desire, with your drive? It is. It is very, very scary. But they always say, all the good things are happening on the other side of the comfort zone. And I want to leave you today thinking this way. If you are afraid to be seen, you are hiding yourself, you're hiding your light, and you're robbing yourself of the opportunity for people that love you and support you and cheer for you to be walking your lifetime with you. You're robbing yourself of that opportunity to have genuinely true, freeing friendships, partnerships days of people that are loving you for who you are unconditionally. And that is the price you're paying for not wanting to be seen as you are right now. That's the price you're paying for not working on your authenticity. That's the price you're paying for walking with the average Joe, because the average Joe is doing that. They're afraid to be seen. They are not owning their authenticity. They're not saying, hey, I am X, Y, and Z with doing X, Y, and Z. And this is why I'm doing it. They are hiding. They're hiding behind perfect filters. They're hiding behind perfect Instagram things and strategies, or they're hiding and doing nothing. And either way, you're losing. Either way, you're losing. So what I want to tell you today, if you fear of being seen, I want you to work on your authenticity. I want you to work on who you are right now, where you want to go, what steps you would need to do to take to get from where you are right now to where you want to go. Who do you have in your circle right now that could help you get there? And that, I want you to journal that. I want you to sit with that for just a little bit. We have only 2 months left. Today is November 1st. We only have 2 months left in this 2025. And it is so very important to walk it free. Walk that shame free, okay? Who cares what your neighbors think? Who cares what the other people think? In the end, it only matters what you think and the people that are closest to you, right? The people that are dependent on you. See, it drives me totally crazy that we are putting strangers up on a pedestal. Strangers on the internet that forget about your name in the next 5 seconds. Honestly, in the next 5 seconds, they scroll past your video, they scroll past your post, they might make a mean comment, whatever, but they forgot about you already. They don't know you. We value those opinions more than we are valuing what our children believe about ourselves. Right? Think about this. But we do need to be in touch with finding out who we are, what we want, what is our core beliefs. And I feel like this is so missing. You are giving someone else permission to do the very same. And if you are not doing it for other people online, do it for your children. See, every single time I set a boundary, every single time I say, not now, hold please, mom needs to do something, right? That's not selfish. That gives my daughters permission to do the very same thing. And I want them to do that because I am a recovering people pleaser. I've been giving life energy to the bazillion for years and years and years. And no more. I'm going to own who I am, and I'm going to own where I want to go. And I'm going to take those people with me that are going to go where I want to go. Okay, and I'm going to empower you to do your own thing. You do your thing, because you know what? I want to be happy in the end of my life. I want to have people around me that love me for who I am and not for taking me and my strength and use me and abuse me, so to speak, right? And leave me in the dust. That's no longer those kind of people I want in my life, ever. And I don't want you to have the same thing, right? I don't want you to do that. So stop hiding your light. Step into it. Be you. God gave you your light to shine, okay? And all these yucky shame monsters that are hiding in the shadows, the shadow work that needs to be done, all these yucky monsters, they're going to die when you shine your bright light at them. Think about it. They do not look that scary when you shine the light at them and say, wait a minute, where does this shame come from? What kind of thought do we have behind it? Like all that shadow work that I do in my mentorship, that is important for you to overcome that fear of being seen. And then you show up before you really be ready to do what you need to do, because when you show up anyway, you are learning the skills and you're getting better and better and better every single day. In sports, you have to put in the reps. In business, you have to put in the reps. You have to start acting. If you don't put your daily touches in, you are not going to succeed. That's a law, you guys. That's a law. You have to do it. You have to put the steps in. And you know what? Nobody is expecting a baby to be running a marathon, right? That would be crazy. We would never think a baby should be running a marathon. And actually, when the baby starts crawling and falling over in the toddler stages, everybody thinks it's so cute. Why do you think it's different for you? See, the people that are farther away, farther along in the journey, they will look at you and they will say, wait a minute, look how cute she is. She's working on it. And you know what? They're not going to make fun of you. The people that are below you, they're the ones that are making fun of you. So you know what? Who cares about those people? Let them be miserable. You just keep working on your thing. Keep doing the things that you know you want to do, that make you happy right now, that you believe in right now. And then you just keep at it. Okay, so I hope this was helpful. Let me know in the comments what stood out to you. Let me know in the comments if you watched it on replay, and start communicating with me. And if you're looking for mentorship, what I want you to do is I want you to check out the Freedom Mentorship at www.walkitfree.com, because it's only $27. You have monthly or actually weekly coaching, ability to ask Q&As and be coached live every single week. And it's a great deal. And if you want to really dive deep into personal development and life coaching and maybe business coaching and maybe all of it together, I have a Black Friday deal coming up that is giving you 20% of savings. That is incredible. So if you are interested in that one-on-one life coaching, there's only a few spots left. I don't have a lot, just a few spots, because there's not a lot of time. So, just make sure you hop on in quickly into my DMs and let me know that you're interested in getting details on that Black Friday deal. Okay? All right. I'll see you all tomorrow. Walk it free.